welcome back to my channel. So before we dive into this video, if you're watching this video on Monday the 29th of June, I think, I have started a challenge over on my Instagram at the Project Lumiere, so you should go check it out. If you know, you know, but you should go check it out. And it's just the Word Before World challenge. That hashtag is not my own. I do not take credit for that, but I will be hopping on my Instagram every day for 7 days. So for the half the last part of June and the first little part of July, so seven days, I'm truly just diving into God's word and making sure that we are diving into his word before we go to the world and to social media. So if you're seeing this anytime that week, from Monday the 29th to July 5th, I don't know, I'll put the dates on here, then go on over to my Instagram and go check it out. It'll be under the hashtag Word Before World Instagram highlight. Alright, let's get into this video. Alright, so if you saw last week's video, which I'll link somewhere here, then you'll know that I have kind of been unraveling during the second half of lockdown, and I haven't been my most productive, which it's not all about productivity, but it is good to have a routine, to have structures in place. And so yeah, so in today's video I'll be diving into let's write down your goals. Let's start there. What is it that you actually want to achieve? I think I might actually make this a series where we go step by step, but let's write down your goals. Let's start there, let's start with that. And so I'll be doing an exercise with you guys. I'll be doing it myself, and I just ask that you'll be gentle with me. I'll share my goals and just truly dive deep into that with you guys. And so yeah, let's get into it. And before we do, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me so much. And click on that like button. I love connecting with you guys, and so you should follow at the Project Lumiere and DM me, leave a comment, say you came here from YouTube, right? I really love connecting with you guys. All right, so let's get into it. That was a long intro. So I have quite a lot of notes here, and so we are going to get into this video. And honestly, what I just want to do with this video is to help you identify your dreams and your goals. Let's write them down, because if you watch my How I Journal video, I'll link it. I think it's up here, but it could be up here. I'll link it in the cards. But I really talk about the importance of writing things down. And so if you want to start journaling, you don't know how, go watch that video. But today we're just talking about identifying and simplifying your dreams. Let's dream together. Let's have a dream sesh. And so then we'll break it up into short term and long term. And so especially now in this time where it sort of feels like you've lost your dreams, right? You've lost your momentum. Now is such a good time to go back to the drawing board and to truly write down your goals. And so I'm very detail orientated, and oftentimes I have so many lists of future goals that I have, and I've written it in my journals and stuff like that. And often those lists are very detailed. For example, one of my long-term goals is I want to build a house for myself. And that is very detailed, and I have the color of the house and this sort of thing that I want to do and the kind of stove I want to have in the house and stuff like that. And so yes, it's good to be detail orientated, but I think it's good to start simple. And so a couple of days ago, I was sort of just feeling all over the place once again, kind of unraveling during lockdown, and so, or quarantine, self-isolation, ISO, whatever you want to call it. And so I just thought I would write down the basic things. Okay, and so you know how sometimes you just have something placed on your heart that you're not sure, is it God, is it going to come through? But I just wanted to write all that down. And so some of these seem a little crazy, but I'm going to share them with you. I ask that you'll be gentle with me. And I also comment down below and let me know what is one of your big long-term goals that you have. And so yeah, and so I just want you to start by writing words. And so here is mine. Look at that beauty. And so literally I just want you to start writing. And so the first thing I want you to start by doing is just writing down sort of the things that have been placed on your heart. So the other day I was watching I was watching a Bethel music video, and they have 1.2 million subscribers on the Bethel Music channel, and that stuck out to me, and I don't know why it did. I don't know what it refers to, but it stuck out to me, and so I wrote that down. And so I don't know if that's that I'll have 1.2 million subscribers or followers, or that I'll be able to speak in front of 1.2 million people, whatever that is. But then just write that down, right? And then a big one that I wrote here is financial independence, right? I really, really, really love Rich Woman, Poor Woman by Kim Kiyosaki. Kawasaki, sorry, such a good book. It would be great if I could speak. And it really dives into like financial independence, and that doesn't mean like, you know, just having assets and money that work for you, so that you don't have to, that work for you and do the work, if that makes sense. And so that is a big goal of mine, future term financial independence. And then you'll see coming off that is Beetle, right? So I love Beetles, and I want to own Beetles. I want to own an old one and then a new one, like the newer VW, like convertible Beetles. And because the thing is, you know what all of these mean, so you don't have to get into detail. Today we're just writing all of it down and jotting it down, right? Right, and another one here is sponsor mission trips and go on them. I have such a heart for missions, and I've never been on one, and so I was actually going to go on one this year, but you know, Corona happened. But truly, I want to be able to sponsor mission trips for like people who don't have a big income and who want to go on a mission trip but don't know how they're going to provide for it, you know. And then I also want to be able to go on them, you know. And then here I wrote spring 2020 because the Lord sort of, I don't know if it's the Lord, I'm waiting to see what happens in spring 2020, but I have an inkling about that. And so I wrote it down there, but you know, that sort of thing. And so just those words and dreams that don't make sense but have been placed on your heart, you know. Here I have a home for women and children /shop /art therapy /Blue Pancake Sunday, because that's a dream of mine, you know. It won't make sense to you, like Blue Pancake Sunday, what the heck, but to me it makes sense. And those are dreams that have been placed on my heart, and I don't think dreams are placed on your heart just to be placed on your heart, right? I truly think that they are there for a reason, you know. Here I have a house, so I have my dream home and then my studio-like apartment, because I want to start with a studio-like apartment, which I have the details nailed down, and then my dream home. And so yeah, and so this is what it is. And notice here that these are just my dreams. There is no, well, I'm single, and I don't have anyone relying on me. And I think it's good to first write down your dreams. Like before you factor in anyone else, anything else, just write down what is on your heart, right? This is about simplicity. No one has to see this except yourself, right? Unless you're me and you put it on a YouTube video for everyone to see. But does that make sense? And so honestly, just writing it down and make it look cute and add highlighters and stickers, right? Because this sort of helps you focus. So now that I've seen, okay, 1.2 million, so I don't know, is that people, subscribers, followers, whatever it is, right? Now I know, okay, I need to take action steps towards that. What is a practical action step that I can take right now? Well, I can post consistently on YouTube, right? I can really put in the effort in the Project Lumiere and really, really work on that. But making sure that people feel as a part of a community, because it's not about me, it's about the Lord, right? And feeling welcome and seen, right? Okay, financial independence. I am not at a place where I am financially independent, you know. I might not be at that place for the next 5-10 years, and it just means that you're getting financial independence. Means that the money that you're getting in is more than the money that it costs for you to live, but the money that you're getting in has to be like money that, for example, like assets that work for you, for example, like investing and stuff like that. And so yeah, and so I am not financially independent yet. But what can I do today? Okay, I can start saving, right? The income that I make, I can start saving, putting it in an interest account. I can maybe look into stocks and bonds and that sort of thing, right? Even if I only invest like 500 Rand into that, at least it's starting somewhere, right? And so literally taking actionable steps. And so this is the long-term goal. This is the big dream, but I want to take it a step down, right? This video is really going on for long, but I want to take it a step down, and I want to talk about short-term goals. And so yeah, and so you have big dreams, and I want you to not hold anything back. Just write them down. Like, let's write down your dreams and goals, okay? And then here I have a blank page, and this is where I'm going to put my short-term goals. And so I love this thick like calligraphy pen. You really don't have, I just love a marker because it's like bold and permanent, you know, and it's there. And so yeah, and so some short-term goals that you have, for example, one of my more short-term goals is the number 1,000. And so I want to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I want to hit 1,000 listens on my podcast, which you should go check out. And I'm actually really close to that, so that's super exciting. Yeah, so exciting. You know, I want to hit 1,000, what is it, 1,000, but not only 1,000 downloads on my podcast, 1,000 average listeners on my podcast, 1,000 Instagram followers on the Project Lumiere. And I think, you know, so often, especially as women, maybe we are afraid of sharing our dreams and are afraid of sharing the goals that we have and afraid of being ambitious. And I don't think there's something wrong with anything wrong with ambition. I do think that you have to be cautious with it, and make sure that it is not only to serve yourself, right? And it's not only about you. But anyway, okay, let's dive into this. So I have my paper here, and I want you to grab a piece of paper. And I love A3 pieces of paper, and so my brain works in this way, where it's like all messy. So for example, the other day I needed to just like consolidate my channel, and so I took an A3 piece of paper and then I did this. So it's all over the place, and it's setting down my goals. And then so this was like the big term goals, right? And then what I did is I took it a step further, simplified it, okay? These are more the short-term goals, okay? And then here, these are the action steps and like values I want my channel to stand by and stuff like that. So you can read some of them if you pause the video. And so that's what I want to do. So we've put down your big dreams over here. And so this was all for like socials and stuff. Now we're going to do your your shorter term dreams. And then after that, I want you to literally pick one thing that you can do today. And so, all right, so let's start. Here's my blank page. I am going to write 1,000 on here. Okay. Okay, so I have 1,000 on here, right? I know what that means, so that's what I want to do. So we've put down your big dreams over here, and so this was all for like socials and stuff. Now we're going to do your your shorter term dreams. And then after that, I want you to literally pick one thing that you can do today. And so, all right, so let's start. So I have 1,000 on here, right? I know what that means to me. You know, remember, this is only for you. And then financial independence is one of my big goals. And so right now what that looks like is nails, right? And I'm going to circle that because that is one of my dreams. And for me, what that looks like is being able to get my nails done every month. That is it being financially sustainable. And not taking like 30% out of my paycheck, right? So write it all down. Let's start there. That you've written it down, and I know this might sound silly to you, like, why do I have to just write it down, you know? But it's so important. And I think this is literally my new favorite page. And I wrote this in my journal, my like everyday journal. And so every day I can scroll, and as I'm flipping through, I can see these goals, and it's an everyday reminder, right? And so put them up somewhere. And so I think the big goals are really good to put up because those motivate you, right? But then these smaller goals here, and this is like a rough draft, it's all over the place, but these smaller goals here then help you to take the actionable steps. So here I have 1,000, right? I already explained all that. And so because I have done this over the past like 2 or 3 weeks, I did this, honestly, just writing down ideas and things for YouTube and all that. And then I finally came to this, and so I feel like this is now my like YouTube blueprint / mold, right? Or with everything I do, right? So am I making intentional content? Am I providing value? Do you feel seen? I think such a big thing that just clicked for me the other day is that I want you to feel seen and to feel loved and to feel heard. And so now this is my plan, right? And so yeah. And so you've simplified your goals. I literally just want you to start from the beginning. Simplify short term, and then one action step. But one thing I want you to do is just to take one action step today and split it up into different things, because if you have 10 goals and then you have 10 action steps, it's gonna overwhelm you, right? But one action step. And so one action step for me that I'm taking is to post twice a week on YouTube, and I'm starting there, right? Like, we're starting there and trying to get consistency. And even if that means I'm late for that, and then I make a mistake with that, and then, like, my content might not be as good in that video. I don't know if that made sense, but then I learn from that and then I continue. And so I just think basically what I want you to get out of this video is just simplify your dreams. Simplify your dreams. Write the simplified version down. If you want to write like a detailed version, that's cool. Simplify them. From there, take it down a notch and see, okay, what are those short-term goals that will get me to that big dream, right? And then from there, take one action step, choose one action step to do today. And I think progress over perfection, like progress over perfection, friend. It doesn't have to be perfect. Your first whatever isn't going to be perfect, your first 20 whatever, whether it's a video, Instagrams, whatever that is, aren't going to be perfect, but just show up. And I think it's so important to just show up. And I feel like this video is kind of all over the place, and maybe one day I'll come back and like refine the series more, but it's not even a series, but I really just wanted to like sit you down and like, hey friend, okay, so I've been talking about productivity and let's get this and let's do this, but let's simplify it. Let's start from the beginning, right? And if your brain works like me and you have to take a piece of paper and go crazy on it, and go crazy on it, then do that, and then set goals for yourself and start there, and then from there, that's where I have like my video ideas for the month, but video ideas that I've had, and so the power of writing things down. I strongly believe writing things down, and if you have to get through 5 of these to get to your ultimate blueprint, and your ultimate goal list, then do that, and just start today. And I think it gives you a point to start in, a direction to start in, especially in this time when things feel very directionless. So yeah, I hope you got something out of this video. I know my content is sort of like all over the place, and like there's a cooking series coming out soon, which doesn't make sense, but it's fun, but yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you stuck through to the end, because this is a very long video, but yeah, and I hope you got something out of it. And just simplify, start from the beginning, instead of looking at, oh my goodness, and this coronavirus and I won't be able to make enough money to be financially stable, okay, or financially independent. Start small, simplify. Okay, I want to be financially dependent. What is my short-term goal? I need to save like 10,000 rand. Okay, one action step can I do today? I can take that 500 rand that I was going to spend on McDonald's this month and put it towards my savings, whatever that looks like. And so just take actionable steps. And yeah, that's today's video. Thank you so much for watching, friend, and I will see you next week's video. And if you haven't done the challenge yet, go head on over to my Instagram at the Project Lumiere, and then go hop on that challenge. It's so good to jump into the word before we get into the world. All right, friend. Also, someone introduced me in like a Facebook group to James 2:22, and I'll put it up on the screen, but it is such a beautiful verse, and let's take action, friend. All right, thanks for watching.